Good evening, your Fitness First community. Hope you're all okay this evening. Tonight I just wanted to do a little live on how and why I started my journey into a better physical and mental health. This goes back to pre-COVID. My life was hectic. I've got 3 children. I'm a hands-on dad. So yeah, life was pretty tough. Me and my wife get along brilliant. We work side by side. It's fantastic. But when you've got 3 kids and you're working full time, it's hard work. So I want to tell you all this to kind of inspire people to know that they can do it. I mean, like I say, I've got 3 kids, so it is possible. I do a full-time job. I've got 3 jobs now, and it is possible to change your life for better. So pre-COVID, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was probably drinking, not every night, but I was probably drinking every other night. Bottle of wine, not much, couple of cans of cider. Waking up feeling tired, grouchy all the time. Not being my true self, not happy, wasn't happy in work. Wasn't happy with how I felt about myself, really. Happy with my relationship with my wife, like I say, love my kids to bits, the best thing that ever happened to me. But just some little things just weren't right, and to hide away from it rather than facing up to it, that's when I used to drink and hide away from it all instead of facing up and trying to change it. And then I put about, I think I was about 14 stone I got up to, which is probably the heaviest I've ever been. I've always been around 12 stone. Now I'm a bit less, but no. So 14 stone, and I wasn't happy with myself. I looked in the mirror and I wasn't happy with the person I'd become. So I was going to change it, but then COVID hit and everything went downhill even worse. I started suffering with my anxieties again. Again, drinking more, because what else was to do? Even though I was still working, but yeah, drinking more. And then little bits and bobs, I caught COVID. And that's when my life really changed. Like I say, before I used to be a bit of a reactive dad. I don't say I shouted at my kids, but I wasn't the best dad I could be. I was always sort of like reaction to the behaviour and stuff instead of never thinking about why the behaviour was, like I do now. And sort of like, don't do that and stuff, and reaction before thinking about things. And it wasn't the person I wanted to be at all. And like I say, with COVID hit, that really did change my life. I was really poorly with it. I wasn't in hospital like a lot of people, but it sent my anxieties really bad through the roof. Thinking about what was on the news, watching the news, really struggling day to day, really. Like most people were. It was awful, to be fair. Luckily, I still had work to go to, but yeah, that's when things really got bad, and I wasn't happy at all. Then I caught COVID. I was in bed for probably 10 days, really poorly, out of breath. My wife even wanted to call an ambulance at one time, but I said no, I'll get through this. So I just rested and I got through. But in that time, it gave me time to reflect on who I wanted to be, the person I wanted my children to look up to, really, and somebody to aspire to. And looking back, it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm quite grateful to it, really. It's in a weird kind of way, because it gave me that time to reflect on the person that I could be, and the person that I wanted to be, and the person that I wanted my children to have as their father. And it was quite a tough time mentally and physically, but I still didn't know what to do. I'll be honest. I didn't know which path to take, how to go about it, but I knew I had to change my life. I knew something had to change. So I reverted back to what I know best, and that was just starting to get fit. But I didn't just start on my own again. I knew I couldn't do it on my own. I knew I wasn't mentally strong enough. So I had to follow somebody. So I found somebody who was successful in what they were doing. He was a hands-on dad like me. And he was doing workouts and stuff. And he was on YouTube, on Facebook, and he had a group and stuff, just like I have now. This is why it all inspired me to do this. And it helped me, motivate me to change my ways and get into fitness, getting that excess energy out and really having something to concentrate on work to. So I started eating healthfully, putting the right foods in my body, which started helping me feel better. Started working out, gave me more energy than I'd ever had before with the right foods and right workouts. I had more energy than ever. And I started weight training, really helped me lose the weight. And within 6 months, I'd probably lost almost 2 stone. So I was back down to 12 stone, but I still wanted to lose a bit more. And then I still hadn't curbed the drinking that much. I was still probably drinking not every other night. I'd cut it down to probably 3 nights a week. So once in a week and then twice at weekend, which is still too much. You don't need to drink that much. But again, it was still something in control of me. So I still needed to work on things. And that's when I found that I needed to work on my mental health. Needed to get things going in there. That's when I started to follow the Jay Shetty, who was a fantastic meditation guy. He taught me lots on meditation. He's got a 20-day YouTube meditation, which is absolutely amazing. Really does change your mindset about meditation and what's it for, how to use it in day-to-day life and stuff. If you ever look at it, it's 20 Days with Jay Shetty on YouTube. You can go and look at it. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then I read his book, Think Like a Monk. And that gave me more inspiration to change and work my way through difficult times, and helping me get over my mental difficulties and physical difficulties more. And it changed my life, I'll be totally honest. From that moment on, I really started to look at things differently. That's when I decided to become a PT. So I just signed up for my level 3 PTing, which I've completed probably last November. I'm now on my exercise by referral, so I can to work with people with underlying health issues to help them. So that's more of a scope to help more people. Hopefully by the middle of November I'll have that passed and flying with that. And then I'm doing my level 4 in obesity and diabetes and lower back pain, and then who knows what after that. Anything's possible. I just want to keep learning and keep helping so I can develop myself to help more people. And that's where I've got to. You know what I mean? I've got the mindset now where I can literally change things whenever I want to. I can have a bad day, and I still have bad days, don't get me wrong. I still have a drink. Not every day though. I drink probably once a week. Twice if some friends or something, you know what I mean? But nothing like I used to. Bottle of wine, and that's about it. I'm in control of it now. It's not in control of me. I drink for pleasure, not because I'm stressed or mithered now, and that's the difference. When you learn, you can have a drink without having the stress and the mither. I can control the stress now through meditation and mindfulness. I don't need to control it through drinking, which is it changes your life massively. And it sounds like it happened overnight. It didn't happen overnight. It's taken me probably over 2 years to get to this stage, 2.5 years to where I am. But for the last year, I've been on an upward path. I've started my own group. I've got my own business. I also work full time as well, but I have got my own business. I do this to help you wonderful people on Facebook. And on YouTube, I've started my YouTube channel, and it's all about moving forward with everything that I want to do. Through helping more people, it gives me a purpose in life. It makes me feel like I can help people out there, to guide them through what I've been through and overcome it. Like it's possible. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm a hands-on dad with 3 kids. I've got a beautiful wife, beautiful children. I'm more than grateful for everything I've got now. And it's all about learning different steps along the way. And I want to teach people that. That's what I'm going to do. Over the next few weeks, I want to break everything down of what I did, and then talk a little bit about each stage and how you do it properly. And then through the videos and stuff, we can all work together, and you hopefully can learn a lot to move forward with your life. And I'll hopefully guide you through that with the workouts and all the training that we can do. But it's like I said, it's all about learning to change your mindset. I don't want to go into it too much now, but it's changing that mindset from that I can't to you can. You know what I mean? I've got my people who I do PTing with, and all of them like that. This morning I was talking to one of them, and she's like, I hear you in my head. When I say I can't, I've got you in my head saying you can. I said, well, that's it. Get you in your head. That's where I want to be, in your head, knowing that you can do anything you want to do, unless if you put your mind to it. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm not going to be a big NBA basketball player. I'm 44 years old. I'm not going to be a professional footballer at this age, but I can do what I want to do to help people in life. And I can make my kids somebody proud that looks up to. I can make my wife proud to look up to me. And it will help me. It's helping me, to move on with my life, that knowing that I'm helping other people. And a lot of that has been changed, like I say, from reading the books, self-development books, learning all the time. I've learned to control everything now in my life almost, apart from my kids still. Don't think that'll ever happen now. But I can talk to them better and have a better relationship with them. But again, it's changed. What I have changed, what did change massively, that helped my anxieties and stuff, was when I changed my environment. And by environment is I took all the negative things out of my mind and out of my life. So didn't lose some friends, but had to push them back for a little bit because they were just too negative and I couldn't have them around me. There was getting rid of any news, so all the news notifications on my phone, Facebook feed, all that sort of stuff, all news, anything on TV, don't watch, don't know what's going on in the world. Yeah, you might call me ignorant, but it's when I open my door in the morning and walk outside, I've got nothing but gratefulness for what I've got. You know what I mean? So you've got to change that. You can't control everything that goes on around you, but you can control what goes in your mind and what goes on around you, and it does make you feel better. And that's all I can do. And like I say, over the weeks, I want to teach you lot to look at life differently, how I look at it now. Hopefully, like I say, break everything down bit by bit, stage by stage, and we can do it week by week, snippet by snippet, just small bits, so I'm not going on too long, because anything longer than 10-15 minutes and people just switch off and get bored, or they haven't got time. You know what I mean? It's hard to find time for different things. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me, about why I started this, and why I'm keeping going. Like I say, my kids are the main reason that I'm keeping going. I want to teach them, and I want to be the father that they deserve. I want to be the husband that my wife deserves, and I want to be the man that I know I can be. And that's doing that. I've got to become the best version of myself, and it's a never-ending cycle. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. I'm far from it. I'm still learning every day. But this is 2.5 years of progress. I'm in a better place than I've ever been in my life. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. I've got the best relationship that I've ever been in my life, with my kids, with my family, with my friends. You know what I mean? I saw an old friend who I've not seen for about 4 years, and I was talking to him the other day, and he's like, "You're unrecognisable from the person I met." Not like, well, physically he's like that, you are as well, because you look lean and stuff, but mentally as well in a better place. He's like, it's lovely to see, and it was just lovely to hear. And he said, "You should tell people about this." And so he thought, you know what, I'm going to make myself vulnerable, tell people why I'm doing it, how I've done it, and hopefully along the journey we can do this together, and we can all have a happier, healthier life, with our physical and mental well-being. So that's all I'm going to do tonight, just break it down over the weeks, and I'm going to leave it there. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to know any bits and bobs, I can start next week by going into a bit deeper, but that's all I've got time for tonight. Saturday morning I am going to have a live workout again. I'm going to do another legs, bums and tums, to tone those legs up and bums and tums. So yeah, we'll get that hit on Saturday morning. I don't know what time yet. I've got a few football journeys down to Stockport. Kids again get in your way of life. No, they don't. They're amazing. So yeah, I'll have all that to do, but I'll fit one in the morning before I go down there, probably about 7:30ish, and we'll see where we go from there. So like I say, that's all I've got time for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you got a little bit from that. Hope I can inspire you to become the best version of yourselves along this next few weeks, with the advice I've got and the little tips that I can give you about how I changed my life, and you can certainly change yours. I guarantee you that. So take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you Saturday morning. Right, see ya, bye bye.